What's going on, guys? We're back. Competitive sports. Let's get right into it. We're going to start with Thursday's game. Last Thursday, we had the Jets at the Colts. Of course, the Colts did what they do, won that game, but they kept it competitive. The Jets did. I don't know why that game was that close anyway. Carson Wentz didn't do much in that game. I really was kind of disappointed. The running game for Indianapolis did look good, though.
Yeah, Elijah Moore had his breakout game, man. I've been big on him. You've been big on Elijah Moore when he came out. You wanted him over like the Darius Toney, but yeah, breakout game for him. But yeah, Jets not winning nothing.
All right, we're moving on to this Raiders at Giants, man.
Yeah.
Breaks my heart.
I told you last week.
All right, here we go.
I told you last week. I tell you about the Raiders. It wasn't even really about the Raiders, man. I like the Giants, bro. I like the Giants. I got everything but a quarterback. I told you, man. Don't sleep. You don't go against your team. That's what happens. Giants.
The Giants, because it ain't we that last week. The Giants held them for a long time in that one. Just the defense was stout. I don't know what they're gonna do. Henry Ruggs, it seemed like that situation kind of loomed over the Raiders all week, and they unfortunately it cost them that week.
Henry Ruggs, man, changes a defense when you don't have that 4-2, 4-3 speed. There's no need to be playing far off. They don't have nobody who can go over the top. Now, they did pick up Deshaun Jackson, so they should get that pop back in offense.
Yep. So let's move into this one that I'm actually proud of. This Atlanta Falcons versus the Saints. What was you talking about with that one? You going to Atlanta? You going with the quarterback? Matt Ryan, the quarterback? We good. What happened?
Well, one, I thought Taysom Hill was going to play. Trevor Siemian came out there. He didn't show up until the fourth quarter. And then they left too much time on the clock. So it was crazy, but yeah, Atlanta got that dub.
Like I said, 343, that's what he did. I knew he was going to come out. It's a division game. You know the Atlanta Falcons not going to let that happen, unfortunately. So we had to make sure that they handled their business. I like what I'm saying, and they're using Cordell Patterson a lot of different ways. It looks really good. So we're moving on to this Bills at Jaguars. This was a very, very ugly game, man. I don't know what's going on. Jaguars pulled out the ugliest victory of the season, man. Of course, the Bills, they didn't handle their business, man. They completely wet the bed, as you would say.
Josh Allen, man, he needs another receiver opposite of Stephon Diggs. Really, Josh Allen haven't been looking good all season, really.
Yeah.
Then Urban Meyer, he picked up a huge win for him at home. Big dub.
That was ugly. Hey. They ain't do nothing good. What they do well?
They scored more points than
Buffalo. Jaguars didn't do nothing well. This is more on Buffalo being terrible. Like Josh Allen interceptions, I don't know, man. Moving on, we're going to this Browns and Bengals. This is another one, man. This is another one. 41-16. Browns with no OBJ. They sent OBJ packing. You know, OBJ actually headed to LAX, if you heard. But get into that in a little bit. What's going on with that one, man?
Man, the thing Cincinnati might be too high off that Kool-Aid. It's like you lose to the Jets. It's a division game. Pittsburgh just beat Cleveland, so you know Cleveland is coming into your city to win this game. Battle of Ohio. Cleveland showed up for a fight. Cincinnati laid down. Point blank.
I mean, but you gotta look at it. Baker Mayfield really didn't do anything special in this one either.
They did.
I mean, it was just
Cleveland was ready for a fight. It ain't about to be no passing like that. We just about to line up.
The defense,
hand the ball off the 24 and see if you guys can tackle him.
And the defense.
They showed up
Nick
for a
Chubb
fight.
did his thing too. But all right, moving on. We're moving into this Patriots at Panthers, man.
Oh gosh.
Patriots at Panthers. Man.
This was a great game. It was a great game.
What?
This is the game. This is the game that got Sam Darnold up out of here.
Yeah.
This was the game that, I mean, bro, he threw 3 picks where it's like he overthrew a dude in the flats. How you overthrow a dude in the flats?
Seeing ghosts out there, man.
Yo, and then on Twitter, everybody was going crazy with the ghost jokes. Even CBS. CBS put it up there. I'm like, all right, CBS, y'all wilding right now. Y'all, come on, man. Y'all not supposed to be biased. Like, I couldn't even say nothing, though, because it's like, you can't say nothing. Like, this dude is just terrible, bro.
And in our next segment, you already know what the streets is talking about. We're going to get to that in a second. But the man threw 3 interceptions.
I love the results. I love the results.
This was a great game.
It's a good game.
All right, we're moving on to something that I know you're very happy about. These Denver Broncos at the Cowboys. Denver handled them boys, man. I don't know what's going on.
Hey, man.
Any given Sunday, man.
Cowboys.
Any given Sunday.
Cowboys.
Talk to them.
You can tell they just, hey, Dak Prescott is bad. We good. We playing Denver. That's not how it works in the NFL. That's not how it works, man. Them dudes get paid just like everybody else. Them boys came to play.
Listen, Fangio, you must have heard your boy because you did your thing on defense. You got rid of Von Miller, which I also asked you for, but y'all literally held these people under 60 yards of rushing. Yeah. The whole I'm looking like, oh my God, Dak Prescott seems like he's kind of going through that, am I injured, am I not, trying to second guess himself. You know what I'm saying? He's going to need a couple weeks. But that's a game they supposed to win, man.
He was rusty. Yeah. And like you said, I don't know if he was, that calf injury was in the back of his head.
It had to.
He was real rusty. The receivers dropped a couple of balls. Dallas didn't look like they was prepared to fight. That's on the coach.
Yeah, so we're moving on to this Vikings at Ravens. Very entertaining game, man. This was a back and forth game. I didn't think this was going to be as competitive as it was, but Ravens pulled it out. They were supposed to. I was expecting to beat them by a little bit more, maybe around 7, but this was the only one by 3.
This is what Minnesota do, man. The teams they're supposed to beat, they lose to. The teams where you about to get blown out, they somehow either win or lose real close in overtime.
Yeah,
so
I need my boy Lamar Jackson tighten up a little bit, and now when he threw 2 picks, I wasn't really happy about that. But
I mean, who's his receivers? He got Hollywood Brown. He got a rookie receiver in Bateman. This is like his 2nd or 3rd game.
Mark Andrews is made right.
Tight end.
I mean,
that ain't hard.
He got some weapons, man. But I mean, you got to be a little bit more careful with the ball. You got to take care of it a little bit better, in my opinion. But all right, we're moving on to this Texans at Dolphins. We called them. If Flores did his thing, he won that game, he had to win it. Otherwise, we would have been having a different conversation this week.
Hey, dog, I'm pulling for you, man. Hey, by any means necessary, get your dubs. Get your dubs, Flores.
It was ugly, too.
Hey, it don't matter.
It was ugly.
It don't matter.
Dang.
We'll take it. I'll take it.
Brissett had a couple turnovers in that one, too.
Oh, bro. Yeah. It was 9 turnovers in the game total.
It was an ugly game.
9 turnovers.
All right, moving on. Let's get into this. Chargers at the Eagles. I don't know. Caw-caw! What happened to all that? Caw-caw! Huh?
Yo.
Y'all gone. Y'all take that L. Very hard for a game, though. They only won by 3. Yeah. It was back and forth. I don't know. Like I said, Herbert a lot of attempts in that one. What you thinking?
Back and forth, crazy. I don't think neither team punted the ball after, like, the 2nd quarter. I'm talking about really no defense. Like, and your boy Darius Slay, man, I'm sorry, man. It was a bad day at the office. He tried to pull one of those, I think my hamstring hurt, and I'm going to go ahead and sit out. No, dog. Like,
Keenan Allen wasn't trying to hear that.
Hey, man.
Keenan Allen wasn't trying to hear that. You're going to have to follow me around this field. I'm going to get my 100 yards because you know what time it is.
It was a bad day for Darius Slay. I expected more. I just needed one stop because they couldn't stop Philly offense, but boy, it was a bad day.
Nobody couldn't stop nobody.
Yeah, nobody stopped nobody.
It just was what it was, but we ended up having that win like I told you we would. Like the way that we do business. All right, moving on. Get to this Packers at Chiefs. This was also an ugly game. If Aaron Rodgers would have been playing, completely different story.
Yeah.
Completely different story. But you know, you gotta deal with the love, and they ain't give him no love.
Out of that whole entire game, I was impressed with Green Bay defense, man. To hold Kansas City down like that, especially without Jair Alexander.
Yep.
Green Bay, man, they showed up, bro. Like Jordan Love, this is his first game at Arrowhead Stadium. He played okay, decent, I guess. They just needed a little bit more. Maybe that one play, he couldn't really quite make it. So, took it L.
Well, let's get into this next one this week. Another one of your boys went ahead and went with the 49ers.
Cool.
Yeah, my Cardinals got it done. He was trying to get a sneaky sneak. They happened this week, and you looking bad in these standings too, man. Yeah, you looking crazy right now. So all that craziness, desperation, like I told you lost about 3 or 4 of those.
Let's talk about these 49ers, man. Like, probably the most disappointing team for me this past week. Like, you got Colt McCoy, no D-Hop, Chase Edmonds get hurt, and you get blown out.
Christian Kirk.
Christian Kirk. James Conner.
James Conner, too.
James Conner out there looking like Herschel Walker. I'm like, bro, he catching screen passes, taking it all the way, running the ball. I'm like, San Fran. Like, and I love Kyle Shanahan's offense, but it's like, bro, what is going on? We got to do better. Jimmy G not getting it done, man. It might be that time. He should be a head coach in the league, but his time in San Fran just might be up.
Well, like I was saying, the man had a hard week at the office. Like, you know, I don't know what he was thinking. It was a lot of bold predictions. We're going to post these standings. He about 6 from me. I'm about 6 from first place. Let's get into this Titans at the Rams. It's probably my craziest game of the week, man. Talking about a Titans team with no Derrick Henry. They come in there, the defense just stout. Like, I'm looking at this like, oh my God. Interception out, like big time plays made by them cornerbacks. I don't know, man. He picked it off. I'm looking like, yo, they really about to lose this game. I told y'all it was gonna be crazy if Derrick Henry was there. He wasn't there. It still got crazy.
Yeah, I still got the Rams as the best team in the NFC. But the pressure is on Matthew Stafford.
Yo.
Never been a huge fan of him, but I'm pretty sure he's an upgrade of golf.
Of course.
And that's all they needed was an upgrade. So he got to get the job done. For the Rams, to me, I really don't care about the regular season. They're going to make the playoffs. Once you get in the playoffs, Stafford, it's on you. Because you've been getting a pass your whole career. Just like Sam Darnold. Sam Darnold with the Jets. The team is terrible. Detroit Lions, Matthew Stafford, they're terrible.
All right, you with the Rams. Sam Darnold never produced at the level that Matt Stafford did. And Matt Stafford did have Megatron. Megatron's numbers when he had Stafford was crazy. Both of them did their thing. It was the defense that was always concerned about Detroit and the other weapons. No. But comparing Sam Darnold, that's not fair.
You just proved my point. You give him the pass because of the defense. Like, no excuse.
That's what I'm saying, but like he was actually performing. Sam Darnold ain't never performed.
He gave you numbers.
When did Sam Darnold perform?
Never.
That's what I'm saying. Matt Stafford actually had the numbers that went with it.
Numbers. But as far as production and wins, no.
Yeah, the wins wasn't there. But all right, let's get into this Monday nighter. This was a crazy game, man. Crazy game, man. I'm, you know what I'm saying? I'm with the Pittsburgh Steelers because I picked the Steelers, man. But they was cheating, man. They was absolutely cheating for the Steelers. And I appreciated it, man. That's what they do. They, you know what I'm saying? Like that black and gold on Monday nights, they was like almost undefeated this whole decade. I'm looking like, yo, this is crazy. First of all, y'all had a hold that went back, right? Y'all had another one, touchdown that they called back.
He was holding.
I'm looking like, yo, this is kind of crazy, man.
He was holding.
You take that touchdown off the board, they ended up settling for 3. If that was the other way, they would have won that game.
He was holding. They didn't get a touchdown.
He was outside the tackle, the one with the outside the tackle box.
No, he was right there on the edge. He didn't get out.
Nah. Listen, a lot of controversial stuff went there. It went in my favor, so I ain't too mad about it. But it was some suspect.
One thing.
And the game shouldn't have been that close.
Because we fumbled a punt, which was just bad. But anyway, let me say this, man. I'm a Pittsburgh fan. But boy, was I a fan of Justin Fields watching him, boy. I mean, the whole time I'm thinking, Carolina didn't want to draft this. Carolina did not want to draft this. We got Sam Darnold. And we did not want to draft that. That boy had me nervous. But we have our own, though. We got our right there.
It was right there.
That boy performed, though.
What the streets talking about? I know you heard Cam Newton re-signing with the Panthers. What's the expectations at this point in the season?
Every week. Every week. I've been coming on here talking about Cam. He deserves respect. Now, first of all, before I get started,
to this day,
shout out to my boy Dre, because I ain't gonna lie, even more than me, this boy never gave up hope. My boy Dre never gave up hope. And we got him in the city, dog. Hey, I told you.
In the city.
I told you I love the results of the New England versus Carolina game because it produced Cam back in the city. He's not going to play Sunday, but I feel like when he does play against Washington, first home game against Washington, and the former coach, Ron Rivera, it's going crazy. It's going down.
What's the expectation?
We're fighting for that last playoff spot.
Oh.
And what you mean? We're fighting for that last playoff spot. You want to look?
Go ahead. I'm listening.
We got Minnesota. Nope. Atlanta. Nope. Atlanta got the 7th seed right now. We already beat Atlanta. We got them again. We can get ahead of him. San Fran. No, they disappointed me. Seattle. Maybe with Russell Wilson coming back. But they got the Packers this week. Mm-hmm. They got the Cardinals 2 more times. And they got to face the Rams. That's 4 more losses right there, maybe. So I think we got a great chance, man.
You're expecting to make the playoffs?
Yes. We should be in these playoffs.
Listen.
Be in these playoffs.
Like I told the earlier today, I'm not as ecstatic as everybody else is about this pickup. Because I still believe in Cam Newton. I don't think that they handled the situation appropriately. The first time, him coming back here, it makes me feel a little uneasy, right? For his career's sake. I think they're going to use him as a scapegoat for Matt Rule if they're not successful. That's the only reason why I'm not 100% gung-ho about the decision, right? I think Cam Newton got a lot of football ahead of him still. I just would have liked him to get a different system, different situation. But for the sake of the Carolina Panthers, this is a great situation for right now, right? They just lost Darnold. Well, Darnold just played the worst game of his life, probably the second worst game of his life. Outside of that, we're now looking into a situation where they're still in contention. Got a lot of playmakers in skill position.
Hold on. Because you haven't said now.
I'm about to tell you my expectations.
We got Cam.
I'm about to tell you my expectations.
Talk
like I said, I feel like I would have wanted Cam to get a better opportunity somewhere else. I wanted to see a fresh start somewhere else because I think they're going to blame it on him.
Name some teams for me.
I mean, Washington would have made a lot of sense, man. I wanted them to probably back up in Philadelphia. They got a lot of things going on over there. I would have liked that. Him in Minnesota. Minnesota ain't doing nothing special. They got a lot of playmakers. I would like to see him in a different situation.
All right, one Minnesota paying Kirk Cousins crazy.
They
so they're not looking for a quarterback.
You see what just happened with Odell Beckham.
They're not looking for a quarterback with Kirk Cousins. They pay him too much money. 2, Washington got more talent than Carolina?
Nah, I'm not saying. I just wanted him to start fresh. I wanted him to get a new outlook, just completely out of Carolina, man. Like
he's never really played bad in Carolina. So why he need a fresh start?
I mean, because they did him dirty. That's why I don't like the way that the business was handled. Like that was disrespectful. The way they booted him out of the city for no reason. He could have at least been a mentor to the next couple of quarterback. I don't like the way they handled it.
Yeah. But I'm talking just on the field.
Well, on the field, like I said, on the field, I told you, I believe in Cam Newton. I think I like Cam Newton. He got a lot of football ahead of him. I said that. Now, expectation-wise, which I also think is in part what I was leading up to, he's not gonna make the playoffs, right? And then when they don't make the playoffs, whose fault is it gonna be?
Okay.
They gonna blame it on Cam Newton.
So who you got taking that 7th spot?
So we had Cardinals.
Right, Cardinals.
We got Rams. Seahawks. Seahawks, 49ers was around that same conversation. I went 49ers on that one. I went Packers, Vikings, and then I had Buccaneers.
Exactly.
That's what I'm saying. So
you got San Fran and Seattle over us.
Yeah, I mean,
still
San Fran Seattle conversation. Yeah, like
I could give you maybe Seattle, but San Fran really disappointed me.
Listen, like they were disappointed last week against the Cardinals. They went to bed, but at the same time, I just think like I would have liked it. I don't think they're gonna make the playoffs. That's what I'm saying. They're gonna win some games. He gonna be exciting, Cam Newton. But after that, then what happens? Like we're gonna be looking like, oh man, they gonna re-sign Cam. They gonna let him go. Then you're gonna try to get another quarterback in here. They're not trying to let him be the
last question before we go. So we're not making the playoffs. According to you,
I don't think y'all make the playoffs.
Do you even see us fighting? Like, oh man, we just missing.
No. I think y'all gonna be right outside. But then after right outside, then where's that leave Cam? No. Right outside. Like that's what I'm saying. Like it's still gonna be like, oh well, Cam Newton. If we would have, like they always find a way to blame Cam.
My sources said they wanted to sign Cam for 2 years, but Cam wanted a multi-year deal. But he wanted it from 2 years. That lets me further know they want him for the future. He here to stay.
All right, we gonna see.
We'll find out.
But that's what the street's talking about.
Week 10, let's get straight into it. Thursday night, Baltimore visits the Miami Dolphins, man. I felt like if Tua was playing, this would be a good close game. Still feel it would be a good close game, but I got Baltimore pulling it out. Lamar Jackson too much.
Lamar Jackson too much. That receiving core, I'm looking for him to get incorporated. Mark Andrews is supposed to be having a better game this week.
All right, let's look at Atlanta Falcons traveling to Dallas. Dallas looking to bounce back, man. I'm going to go with Dallas. Need Atlanta to lose. Got Dallas.
Yeah, I got Dallas in this one too. Coming off that high in the early season, I'm looking for them to reassert themselves dominant.
All right, I got Buffalo at the Jets. Buffalo bouncing back. Even though Mike White's coming back, been playing pretty solid, but I got Buffalo.
Buffalo, Jared Allen got to get back on track.
Cleveland at New England. Who you got?
I'm going with the Browns on this one, man. Browns coming in, showed me a lot last week against the Bengals. I'm looking for them to keep that momentum rolling against the Patriots.
Now, you know Nick Chubb not playing. That's cool.
That's cool. The Ernst.
I thought I was going to be...
The Ernst.
I got Cleveland too, though.
Yeah, don't try to sneak in on me,
this
dog.
Right here.
Don't try to sneak in on me, dog.
This pick for me is more emotional because what Mac Jones did to my boy Brian Burns. So happy hunting to my boy Myles Garrett. Happy hunting. Go hunt him down.
Should be crazy.
Detroit at Pittsburgh.
I'm going with Pittsburgh on this one. Keep the thing rolling. I'm looking for Pittsburgh. I'm just looking for them to beat them convincingly. That last week, I'm a little leery on Pittsburgh.
I'm so glad you said that because Pittsburgh is favored by, what, -9? I'm going to tell you now, I wouldn't take those. I wouldn't take them. Like, Hey, I just want dubs. Like, I don't even care. We beat Chicago by like 2. I'll take it. I don't care. Like, we gonna get the dub. I got Pittsburgh.
Should be interesting.
All right, Jacksonville coming off the huge upset of Buffalo, going on the road to face the Indianapolis Colts. I'm gonna go with the Colts. They get another win.
Colts. You can't win games like how Jacksonville been winning these games. It's been ugly. They fighting. I don't know. They fighting crazy, but I'm looking for Indianapolis to do their
So
thing.
that puts the Colts 5-5 right there. The playoff hunt.
Hey,
I'm just saying.
Hey, that's cool. Hey, but you see what the Titans did last week. Don't talk like that. They 7-2.
All right, talking about the Titans, we got the Saints traveling to the Titans.
And I got the Titans. You know what the street's talking about. It's easy money. I'm looking for them to keep coming out here handling their business. And that quarterback situation for the Saints is not working.
Yeah, he's facing Trevor Siemian. No, I got the Titans. Adrian Peterson probably should get another touchdown. Let's go with Tampa Bay at Washington, a rematch of a playoff game last year. I expect this game to be a little similar, where it's going to be closer than what people think. But Tampa Bay is going to pull it out.
Yeah, I'm expecting Tampa Bay to win that one. I don't know. I don't think it's going to be that close either. Maybe 7-10. That's where you're at?
No. I mean, they don't score now. They're going to be about 27, 21. So kind of like last year. They're going to be some points. Washington scored a little bit.
6?
27, 21. Somewhere right there. Yeah, about 6, about a touchdown.
I'll say 7-10. Go ahead.
Yeah. We got Carolina at Arizona.
We got to talk about here. You going to Arizona, dog. Ain't no Cam Newton this week. Not happening.
There's no Cam doing that. I mean, I usually always ride or die with Carolina, but I'm falling behind in the standings.
He behind. You behind. You see him standing.
Behind. Like, I can't keep doing this every week. Like, I'm about to lose money.
I can't keep doing this every week.
So, when Cam back the next week, hey, I'm on him. I'm on him. But the money pool, I got Arizona. Anybody want to talk crazy with no money on the line, I got Carolina.
Get out of here, man. Come on.
All right, here we go. Minnesota travels on the West Coast to the Chargers. I'm going to go with the Chargers. I do expect it to be a nice little good game because that's what Minnesota do.
Yeah, Minnesota be competing at the highest level. I think they just played at the level of their competition, so it's about to be a crazy game. Don't be surprised if they get the upset, but I'm not going with the upset. I'm going with the Chargers too.
Of course. Let's go. Eagles travel to Denver. Face the Broncos. Came off a huge upset with the Cowboys.
Like I said, man, Fangio been handling his business, man. He got them boys believing in something like that. I don't know. They at home. I'm going to have to ride with Denver on this one. They showed me some things.
There you go, baby. I'm riding it down with y'all again. I think I don't pick Philly almost every week.
Yo, it's your mama in your ear. It gotta be your mama, dog. Mama and Tamika. Ain't no way. Ain't no way.
I got Philly. Hey, I'm going to tell you this right here. This is a big loss. Nobody's talking about it. Patrick Surtain is out with a knee injury. That's going to change their defense around. Put Fuller out there. Fuller has not been having a great year. I got Philly.
Hey, one surprise pick this week. Hey, he went 1 for 4 last week. We'll see. Might sneak that in.
We're not done. Here we go.
Oh, we're not done?
All right, Seattle at Green Bay.
Oh, okay. Hold on.
Seattle at Green Bay. Russell Wilson coming back. Aaron Rodgers should be back. So I'm going with the Packers. As long as Aaron Rodgers is back, I got the Packers.
Yeah, I got the Packers too. I thought that was upset like you were trying to hit, but I got the Packers too. As long as Aaron Rodgers is back, like you said. Russell Wilson first game back. I'm expecting a little rest.
All right, Kansas City at the Raiders Sunday Night Football. What we got?
I'm going with Kansas City, man. It hurts to go to Kansas City with Kansas City on this one because they've been winning ugly, man. I'm probably making the wrong decision here, but after last week, that rug situation, man, you can't replace morale, and I think they lost morale there. So I'm gonna have to ride with Kansas City.
But you've been big on the Raiders.
I have, but this one, I wouldn't expect somebody to die in a 156 mile per hour accident on the franchise. Like, that's crazy. Come on now.
Let's go Raiders, baby! I got the Raiders in the black hole. Kansas City showed me absolutely pretty much nothing against Green Bay. I got Deshaun Jackson coming out here helping out that offense. I'm going with the Raiders, baby. Sunday Night Football.
So you saying that they're gonna get over that hump of that black cloud that's over them this week?
Yeah.
I think it's gonna take a week or two before that gets out.
All right, we'll see. Then Monday night we have the Rams facing a division opponents. San Fran, like I said, San Fran was just disappointing to me. Like I still thought about picking them, but I see the Rams bouncing back after that tough loss against the Titans. I got the Rams.
Absolutely, and you got what we was talking about earlier. OBJ has signed with the Rams, so we looking at not next week, but in the weeks coming.
Right.
This basically a super team now. What we getting into? Von Miller, we got Jalen Ramsey, we got Aaron Donald, we got Stafford, we got Cooper. Like, come on now, Cooper Kupp, Woods. OBJ. What we doing?
Hey, just remember where you heard it here first.
He said it.
Rams was always my number one team in the NFC.
All right.
All right.
Hey, OBJ gonna wear that 3. We out.
We out.